is complete and total ceasefire. There is a first response that is coming from the Iranian side, which has rejected the ceasefire call that has been made by Donald Trump. Now, that is, as far as the Iranian Foreign Minister has said, that they have completely and repeatedly made it clear that the attacks will not stop till the time what they call as illegal aggression on part of Israel is stopped. So this doesn't mean that the situation on ground will continue to evolve, because the strikes continue on Tel Aviv. Even as we speak, there have been sirens that have been blaring across Tel Aviv. Let's get you the first reaction there on part of Iran after Donald Trump's announcement. Here is the foreign minister there saying that as Iran has repeatedly made it clear, Israel launched war on Iran and not the other way around, saying that it was Israel that launched the first attack. And as of now, there is no agreement on any ceasefire or cessation of military operations. However, provided that Israeli regime stops its illegal aggression against the Iranian people no later than 4 a.m. Tehran time, we have no intention to continue our response afterwards. The final decision on the cessation of military operations will be made later. So this is as far as the foreign minister now of Iran saying that we will only stop if Israel stops first. RSN Singh sir and Rabinder Sachdev sir continue to be with us. Apologies coming to you later because we were staying on the live updates from Tel Aviv. RSN Singh sir, how do you first comprehend when it comes to the statement made by President Trump? Because he claims ceasefire on ground. There doesn't seem to be a situation of ceasefire.
No, there are, certain safe deductions can be made from the entire developments. And one, the first, that comes to mind is that there is some kind of a script that has been written in the last few, 48 hours or 72 hours. The second deduction is that both sides want an honorable exit, particularly Iran. And there is hectic backroom diplomacy seems to have taken place. And this is very evident from the posturing of Qatar, after the strike in Al Udeid Air Base. Now the Qatar government has said that, these are sovereignty issues concerning Qatar, which they will deal by themselves. And they have also invoked that, the Iranians are like our brothers, etc., etc. So both parties, now want an honorable exit, as I said, and particularly Iran. And had they been, hell-bent on escalating the, conflict, the Iranians would have threatened the Strait of Hormuz, as your many geopolitical experts were, they were, counting on the worst fears. It hasn't happened. So I think that don't go by, there's, a few exchanges here and there. It will, this will gradually attenuate, I suppose. And this could also not have happened without some kind of, split within the dispensation in Iran. We don't know where is Khomeini, what has happened, but their choices were very little. After the Russians declined to come to their aid, and the Chinese also, they did not come to the rescue. So where is the room? Where is the room for, strategic maneuver left for Iran? So some kind of a peace has been brokered. Okay. It will take time. Remember one thing, that even after, our two DGMOs talked, and they used the so-called, term ceasefire, which was a wrong term to be used. Firing continued for some time. So this is what has happened. It will gradually attenuate. Yes. So we hope to see and some kind of an
but Mr. Sachdev, what do you believe is your understanding of what options are before Iran? Because we're hearing from Mr. RSN Singh sir now, because Iran retaliated as far as hitting back on Israel. Iran retaliated by hitting the base of the United States Air Force in Qatar. Is it now skirmishes will continue on part of the Persian country and the Arab world, because both UAE and Saudi Arabia have condemned the Iranian attacks?
Thank you. I think Mr. RSN Singh has very, very neatly summed up the scenario. I look at it as a fascinating case study, right? All these things have happened. Regarding the timing, my understanding is Trump tweeted or wrote about it at around 4 a.m. GMT time or something like that, right? Yeah. And he said that in 6 hours they will stop. In my estimate, I think the 6 hours will stop after 1 hour by 9:30 p.m. Yes. By 4 a.m. GMT time, the skirmishes should stop. So there's still 1 more hour. These things are ongoing. And then maybe after, after the 6-hour period that he said, still could continue a few here and there, etc. But that said, so it seems that some deal has been scripted, a very, very interesting deal or arrangement or whatever. And multiple factors. You see, also a factor was the price of oil. Trump does not want higher oil prices at home and inflation coupled with his trade tariffs. He has to keep the impact on the American consumer and his, on the American consumer, let's say. The tariffs will start having an impact. And when he put the tariffs in place, the calculation was that they will keep oil, firstly, that Trump was looking to manage it this way, that he'll keep the oil prices down, collect the tariff dollars, and then give those tariff dollars as subsidy or virtual giveaways to the American consumers so that the impact of the inflation would not be felt. So in that matrix, price of oil is a very key factor. One, that done. Secondly, here, the people who seem to have played a role are J.D. Vance, Rubio, Steve Witkoff, the Middle East envoy and the friend of Trump.
But we also talk about if there is a ceasefire, will Iran agree for continuation of talks with the United States? Because the United States now says and claims that Iran is no position right now to even take up building of any nuclear weapon, as all of its facilities, according to the American side, has been completely destroyed. So what happens with the talks, RSN Singh sir? Will Iran now come back to the table?
No, not the way I and many people believe, because at the moment coming immediately on the table would mean that they have given up all their nuclear ambitions. They may also be blamed by the Iranian people of a sellout or having chickened out. So then they will find some escape route, as I said, some honorable exit. That is what is, and that is what is being provided, which is very evident from the official statement by the Qatar government. And I think a lot of things have been hammered out, during backroom diplomacy between the two countries. That is one world, which you and I don't get to see. And we tend to go overboard while making our assessments. But I was pretty sure that after Trump initiated this action, he must have taken Putin on board and many other world leaders on board.
Is this a preemptive announcement that has been made by Donald Trump? Not happening for the first time though, but the effects of that announcement are yet to be seen on the ground there. Let's get in a word again as far as the situation has been evolving in Tel Aviv as we speak. Sirens that continue to be sounded in central Israel amid a second salvo of ballistic missiles. What has now been said has been launched from the Iranian side. We're looking at